here I have just about 2 pounds of ground meat. I have like a half a cup of the panko breadcrumbs. I have 1 egg. I used a package of the onion soup mix. I used 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I used a tablespoon of garlic. And I also used 2 tablespoons of the seasoned salt. Any seasoned salt that you like to use. I used a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Also added 1 teaspoon of oregano sauce. And I got my cast iron skillet out. And I put a little olive oil in it. And I seared the meat for about 4 minutes on each side. Then after I finished searing the meat, I took it out. Then I added 1 tablespoon of butter to that same skillet where it got all those goodies at the bottom to make my onion gravy. At this point, I was supposed to have added my onion slices. But guess what? Forgot it. Didn't add it, but that's okay. It still came out perfect. So you can use onions or you don't have to use onions. But it came out really good without the onions. So at that point, I added a fourth of a cup of flour into it. And I stirred it up. You have to make sure you stir it to get it incorporated with those seasonings and all of that. And after I got it to the desired color that I wanted, I added 2 cups of chicken broth. Was supposed to be using beef broth, but I didn't have any. So when you don't have what you need, you improvise wherever you can get. So I had the chicken broth, and that's what I used. So I whisked that together, and I whisk till I got the desired consistency, what I wanted to add. Now you can also add the browning sauce in this, but I didn't have any of that either, so I didn't add that. But I added a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce into this mix. And I also added the mushrooms as well. Then at this point, I go on and I add like maybe a half a teaspoon of Tony Chachere's. You can use any kind of seasoning that you want. If you want the hot seasoning, you can put the hot seasoning in that. You know, because some people do like their meal, you know, with a little spice, a little kick to it, and that's fine. It still was gonna be just as good. And I also added 1 teaspoon of black pepper to this. Now this came out really, really well. Came out really good. I really enjoyed the texture of it. And I tell you, the seasonings was really into this meat. It was really into it. And it came out really, really good. So let's finish watching the video while you listen to some music. pasta looks amazing, y'all. You see how it's simmering in that gravy with those mushrooms. If you could only smell what I'm smelling right now. Oh my goodness. It was so delicious, y'all. And I just got some mixed vegetables and mixed it up with some garlic powder, put a little black pepper in it. I didn't have to put any salt in it because I used chicken broth in it. So that, didn't make it too salty. But this was also good, and I added the cheese cubes and let it melt it. And it was good. It was really good, y'all. It was really good. Then I made my rice. And there you have it. Broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, mixed with cheese, cheddar cheese. And it was good. Y'all have a great and beautiful day.